Welcome to Winston-Salem, North Carolina and Wake Forest Stadium. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. It's the Akron Zips and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, Akron's head coach told me pregame he has been motivating his team all week, telling them you are just as good as this ACC opponent. They've got upset on their mind, and the players told me they want to be the best version of themselves. They believe they belong on this field, and they can play with the best of the best. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Zips ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Demon Deacons offense will get the football first. And out for the first time in this one is Carlos Hernandez. This guy has every tool you can want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed. He leads speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one, communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
The play fake, Gio Lopez. He fires a bullet to the right. Makes a deep grab. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. 3rd and long right here. Motion from the back. Lopez from the gun on 3rd down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Demon Deacons. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood and it's a blockbuster.
I think so, and A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Burris. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Akron's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we get our first look at Jordan Gant. He is a steady, reliable, consistent force in this attack.
Well, he's a very special, talented running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch him this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Rush is on. He sacked this defense all over.
Talk about playing with fire, man. That was really, really close to being a safety, and that is exactly what you want to do. When they're backed up in this black zone, man, you want to be aggressive. You want to try to go get some points. Be it they were aggressive, they got to him, got him on the ground, and Palmer, that could have been a really bad start to this football game.
Yeah, great job by the defense. Now, if you're this quarterback, you need to have a clock in your head going off quickly because you know in this situation, this D-line playing with their hair on fire. They're playing with their ears pinned back. They're going to be coming after you. If you throw it again and it's not open right away, you better have a plan to get rid of it quickly out of bounds and not take a safety.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Motion from the wideout. The play fake, Lopez. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Good coverage to knock that pass away. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Again, it's Lopez. Right side, it's Davis. Brought down at the 10-yard line and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The offense knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Trying to pound it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Wake Forest. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Quick give. It's Gant. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Zips in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Can't make the catch. He was open on the crossing route, and instead they're facing a 4th down. And the Zips will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 15. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run inside. It's Clark. Powers through the defender. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. They go play action with Lopez. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davis. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. The fake wants to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Sells the run, looking to pass. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Long way to go on second down. Snap in the shotgun. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
Kick is in the air. On the return. They drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB. Putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Offense getting set for first down. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Now they've got it at the 44 on first and 10. Lopez to pass. Finds his man. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes second and 8. Not get free and forces the third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They're in the gun on third down. It's Lopez. Can't hang on after the... It'll be fourth down. And the Demon Deacons line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Wait calls the timeout, and they have no more to use. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They're all over him. And down he goes.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game? That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at a Legacy Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Demon Deacons will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fletcher. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Zips ready to go on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he gets rid of it.
And man, that's another drive for this offense where it's frustration. You're looking to the sidelines, there's not a lot of juice, man. They haven't been able to get going and put drives together and score points. They've got to find something because this game's starting to creep along and they really need to make something happen.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop and they'll mark it at the 39. Wake Forest has it back and here comes the Deacon offense. Lopez, play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Third and short now from their own 48. Plows his way ahead. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Lopez to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Offense on the move. Big play there, gets it to the 30. The Demon Deacons are flying down the field. Looking for the edge. There he goes! And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Now on second and short. Lets it develop, it's Daniels. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Demon Deacons kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Second and long here. Sends it back in motion. Pushes ahead for a pickup of one down to the 13. They need a huge play on third and long. Lopez. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wake.
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the second half, you drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Akron offense ready to set up shop. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his...
Snags it, and he's open. 7-yard pickup on that one is now second and 3. The Zips with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff and he's going right. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks and it's a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Right back to the well. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. We've reached the end of the quarter and Wake Forest has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. He's looking to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Zips want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Zips decide to punt it away. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now on the move. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Straight ahead, it's Clark. Works it ahead for 6 yards on the play. That'll be enough for the first down, and it also takes us to the 2-minute timeout. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The late handoff. It's Daniels. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. The Demon Deacons use their 2nd timeout. They'll have 1 left. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Throwing, low pass. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. The official says no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. Wake calls the timeout, and they have no more to use. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Holds on, it's Burris. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Rush right in his face. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Man, you cannot say enough about this defense. The whole game, start to finish, playing so good, limiting big plays, doing everything they needed to do, Palmer, to get the shutout, and most importantly, finish the game right here.
You know, this defense is different, David, I think in a lot of ways. This is their goal every game, and this is what they expect. They hold themselves to this standard. Players were telling us this week, we expect to go into each and every game and not allow any points. But to do it in this one, in this type of game, in this kind of environment against this opponent, that was very impressive by the defense.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line, I get it. But I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
Business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.